Lindsay here, the Frugal Crafter, and today I've got a fun card project for you today, and we're going to use the Mega Monster set to make little minions from the movie Despicable Me for a fun birthday card or Halloween card or whatever kind of card you want to make with it, because they're just cute and they're fun and they got googly eyes, so what more could you want, really? So I got the idea for this when I made the card for my nephew. I showed you that video last weekend, and I thought one of the monsters looked kind of minion-y. Say that 5 times fast. And so I thought, oh, that'd be a cool idea. And then it's another way to use that stamp set. But I'll show you how to sketch it, even if you you don't want to do that. But then today I was crafting with my daughters, and I found some styrofoam balls and yarn and miscellaneous craft supplies, and I made these cute little monsters. Doesn't it make you want to do the Muppet song? It does me anyway. But anyway, googly eyes, felt, crafty goodness. I had to make this card, even though I didn't use felt on it. But anyway, I digress. What a tangent. Let's start stamping. All right, so first thing, you need some cardstock, and I got some right here. I'm going to use the stamp from Stampin' Up. I already showed you that set, and some Memento black ink, because I could color over with that with my alcohol markers, and it will it'll not smudge. So stamp this 3 times on some white cardstock. Any white cardstock will be fine and dandy. Don't worry about little smudges. My fingers have ink on them apparently. Alright, so then what we're going to do is we're going to sketch on the outfit. So they basically just wear overalls, so that's easy. What we're going to do is a line across, under the arms, and then 2 slanted lines over that. See? Very, very easy. Do that for each of them. I'm using a Letra Set fine line. It's called fine line drawing pen, and I like this because the alcohol markers do not run when I color over with this, and I think that's why it was designed that way. Letra Set is a company that makes Tria and Pro Marker, and so that's kind of cool. So I want to make one of my minions be one of those crazy purple minions that are, you know, all like evil. So what I'm going to do is give it some kind of crazy hair, and I'm just going to sketch that in. They have the kind of Don Ho looking hair. And the other little minions kind of have just this little stubble. So I'm going to draw that in. Now there are different options in the Make a Monster set, so I can actually go ahead and stamp some of those mouths. There's a crazy broken toothy monster mouth, so I'll stamp that on there for my minion. And then I've got these cute little mouths. I turn it around because of the way it's on my stamp block. One with a tongue sticking out, and the other one that's just kind of grin with some crazy teeth. I'll put that one over there. So there, they all have the little expressions now, and we're gonna go ahead and color. So hopefully my ink is dry enough. Do the Polaroid if there's any doubt. Get that ink dry. There goes the furnace. Honestly, this is take 2 because the water pump just went and it was so loud that that I couldn't cope. We couldn't have that video. So these 2 guys on the end are going to be yellow. I'm using 2 shades of yellow here, and I'm going to start with my darker shade around the edges. I'll do the arms. I don't have to color the hands in because we're going to just make some gloves on the hands. And we'll do that right over here too. I'm using, you can use any white cardstock. The one I did my sample on was just the cheap stuff from Walmart. This is Nina, so I know I have a little time that I can actually skip around before my marker dries too much that it won't blend. So Nina cardstock does blend a little bit better, but if I was using the cheap stuff I would do one at a time. I wouldn't skip around. And the thing I do notice about the Nina is that it will continue to blend after I'm done coloring, which is kind of cool. Nina cardstock runs about 15 cents a sheet if you're buying it by the ream or from a print shop. So you can just keep that in mind. For the overalls, for the 2 guys on the end, I'm going to use 2 shades of blue. I'm using, these are Prismacolors. We've got Peacock Blue and True Blue, but you know, just eyeball it, whatever colors you think look about right. And again, I don't have to color the feet because I'm going to make boots. This color is going to be a little more difficult to blend, so I don't think I'll skip around. I think I'll just get this one blended. Using the fine end. And I can always go back in if I need to. I think it's going to be fine though. There's nothing wrong with a little bit of, everything doesn't have to be blended super smooth. This is just a card, folks. It did blend out really well though, so worried about nothing there. I'm not really worried. It's making a card. It's probably going to be for a kid. It's really just fun. I love funny birthday sayings, and this is a great card. There's a sentiment that I'm going to use for this card that's kind of cute, and I think that that it will work. But there's all kinds of cute birthday sentiments. Any funny birthday sentiment like that has to do with silliness will work really well with this. I hope that furnace isn't too distracting. I don't think it's too loud. Alright, now for that guy in the middle, we're going to use 2 shades of purple. And again, just eyeball it. Purple tends to be a lot darker than it seems it ought to be when it comes out. I don't know why, but so I'm going to start with my light color first. And then I'm going to go in with the shadow and then rework it with the lighter color if I need to, because it's a tough color to blend. So is red. Purple and red, I think, are the hardest colors to blend. It's probably due to the red pigment, which would be present in both colors. But those 2 colors, for some reason, just are very difficult. I'm going to go in with the dark. And with this Nina, it might blend out on its own. And if it does, fabulous. If it doesn't, I'll just go back in with my lighter color. I hope my voice isn't annoying, because I've, to add insult to injury for my bounce house experience last weekend, where I threw out my back doing toe touches, I also think I picked up some cold from those little germ mongers that were also in there. I'll do the hair purple too while we're at it. That's so funny. I love that hair. Ah, I'm crazy. Crazy minion. Crazy evil minion dude. Alright. I guess I don't think I need that for anything else. And his overalls are actually gray, and I didn't realize that the first time I did that. So I'm going to use cool gray 70%, and then might lighten it up with a lighter gray. Let's get the shadows in there. Yeah, you can see I'm just so particular when I color. Not. This is cool. This is cool gray 30%. Excuse me. I'm gonna see if it's enough to blend it. If not, I'll add some of that darker gray in there. I think it's just fine and cherry wine, my friends. And while I'm at it, let's give these disco dudes some shadows under their tootsies. There we go. Please excuse any background noise you might hear. My kids are upstairs running around, as is my husband, so you hear any number of things. Alright, so I had a black marker around here. Here it is. So I'm going to draw the boots and gloves on these guys, because they do their, you know, diabolical experiments here, so I got to get their safety gloves on. And, you know, I mean, really, you suggest you get a little guy that's yellow with blue overalls. It's going to look like a minion. It's just such a pop culture thing now that you really don't have to, you know, it's not a big stretch of the imagination. So don't worry if it's not perfect. Don't worry about it being, you know, oh my gosh, it doesn't look exactly like a minion. It's probably good if it doesn't, because Lord knows I don't want to be sued for making some minion card I'm going to give to a 4-year-old. Alright, so now we want to do the, whatchamacallits that they have on their heads, safety goggles. So what I'm going to do is actually draw the band, but I'm going to draw it with my fine liner here. And I'm not sure if I want to give them one eye or two, so it doesn't matter. The googly eyes are going to cover up that line. Hope my head's not in the way. Was it? Oof. Like, you could answer me. I keep expecting you to answer me. Isn't that odd? Alright, now we're going to glue down some googly eyes. Hopefully those faces are dry enough. I do notice sometimes I have a hard time sticking my googly eyes down after I've just colored with markers, like the paper's too wet or something. Put that one on there, if it will stick for me. Put enough of the hot glue gun today. I don't really want to dig it back out. Stick there, will ya? And where's my... there we go. Get some other ones here. I think I'll do 2 eyes on the other guys. Get a couple eyeballs in here. This is riveting. Should have picked out the eyeballs first. I should have picked out the eyeballs first. That's a sentence I don't think I've ever said in my life. My husband keeps track of all the crazy things I say. He says he's going to start a blog one of these days with all the crazy sentences that I come up with. He's pretty sure no one's uttered these sentences before. Some of them, anyway. He's probably right. Oh my gosh, I'm glue dot challenged here. Seriously, I can't get this glue dot on my googly eye. There's probably another sentence that hasn't been uttered. Oh, give me a break. Cut! Seriously. Take 3. Oh, gee. Someone's gonna start playing drums upstairs any moment, I can tell. It's the way this video is going. That's alright. That's alright. Would you expect any less? Any more? I don't know. Alright. Maybe these glue dots are old. They are pretty old. I like this size glue. I like this size googly eye the best. Oh, someone's going downstairs. Alright, so I'm gonna put this glue dot on. Hopefully. Oh my goodness, my daughter is delivering me a soft pretzel with mustard. Thank you, Lila. Dinner is served. And I didn't have to cook it, so that's even better. Thank you, honey. Alright, so there are our minions. Is there anything else we have to do to that? Oh yes, we've got to put wiggly lines around the around that guy. I gotta find my pen. What do I do with my pen? I've just set it down. Black pen. Here we go. And they could be either stink lines or just nervous, shaky lines. You could be the judge. I just think that really makes the card. Stink lines are funny too. Not that they are stink lines, but they could be. Like I forgot to put gloves on him. So you can put those on there. Really don't be too picky about that. So say if you don't have the stamp and you want to just sketch on the minions, that's fine. I would do it with the pencil first and then I would do the lines over with a pen. So what you want to do, I'm going to draw this big so you can hopefully see some detail. So you got pretty much a rounded body like that. And then you've got the arms hanging down to the sides. Oh, this is awful. Then you've got 2 little stubby legs here and they've got boots on. Got a big eyeball there. Stubbly hair. Get the lines for the whatchamacallit, for the pants. And if you're doing the purple guy and you're sketching him out, you want his hands to drag on the ground, so then what I would do would just be go over my main lines and call it good. So really, I mean, this looks like a... See, seriously, an 8-year-old could draw this. You don't have to be too picky about it. But if you have the stamp, no offense, my daughter's 9, she's standing right there. No offense. She draws better than most 8-year-olds or most 9-year-olds. So yeah, this is inspiring, isn't it? So basically, it's all you gotta do. You just gotta draw a little guy and color it in and call it a day. And you could do a little upside down smile or frown or whatever. So there you go. That's how you make a minion. If you don't have a stamp, that'll do the trick. All right. So what are we doing now?
You forgot.
Let me think. Oh, you know what I forget? I forgot a glove. Oh well, I'm not surprised. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is stamp our sentiment, which I put on the opposite side of this block. I need a scrap of white paper. I'll use this. And just stamp that sentiment down, and we'll cut it out with my scissors, which are right here. Oh, thank you. I've got an assistant in here. I want these scissors though. Those scissors are crummy. And I would use a paper cutter. That would mean if I was prepared, I would have cut this out beforehand with a paper cutter. And it would be all symmetrical 90-degree angles and stuff, but I didn't have my act together. So what I'm going to do is use my marker like a highlighter. And I'm just going to highlight a couple words, mandatory and optional, because I think that's kind of, you know, I want to put emphasis on those words. And then, grab my scrap paper again, I'll just grab this. I want to color, just add a little bit of color to the outside of that, just to kind of give it a matte without having to actually do the work of cutting a matte, because I'm lazy. Alright, so now we are going to put the card together, and I did, in fact, actually pre-cut my paper. So, wonders never cease. So I got a card base, let's zoom out a little bit. Card base is 5.5 by 5.5, so I cut a 5.5 by 11 cardstock and folded it in half. I got a layering base, which is 5.25 by 5.25, and that's just, you know, your colored typing paper, nothing expensive or fancy. I'm gonna glue that down. Yeah, don't go anywhere with my paper, Lila.
I'm just looking at it.
Alright, can I have it back, please? Thank you very much. Alright, I'll try to keep this right side up. I'm just getting used to these glue runners here. They're quite fabulous.
If you know how to use them.
Yeah, really. All right, glue that down, and then, oh, moldy alert, I found my what are these called? Clipper clips, do you remember these? Like about 5 years ago, they were all the rage. So I'm gonna use those to make this kind of fancy. Oh, I need a layering paper here. I need something. What do I need? I had some paper here. Lila, do you see paper in the, over here. Never mind, found it. I do some of this. And it is handy to have an assistant in here, I will say that. I think I'll use this.
You can use this the same size.
I could use that, but I decided I want this instead. I'm gonna use some of this. The purple did look good, but I think I'm gonna use this. So, again, boy, would a paper trimmer come in handy here. There we go, we'll cut that. Oh my gosh, this is terrible. I could at least grab a ruler, huh? That's alright. You know what? That's where we do our glue it on crooked trick, because then no one will notice it all. Lines aren't straight. That's my my tip of the day, glue it on crooked. So throw a little adhesive there. Stick it on like that. See how I have a smudge there? I'm going to show you how we can use a clipper clip to disguise that mistake. So I think I'll use this little thing now to load this. If you have one of these, I don't think you buy them anymore, but if you have one, you pop in a little clip here on the end, and it pings in place, and you open it up, and then you're ready to spring action that, or you could shoot it across the room if you want to have a war with your other scrapbooking friends. Boy, that'd surprise somebody at a crop, wouldn't it? And we're just going to clip that on there. Oh, that's kind of cute. Of course, now I'll want to use these all the time, and you won't be able to buy them. And now I'm going to glue this down here. This adhesive is quite strong, which is good because you never know where it's going to land. Right now, I could put one of these little clips on here. I think I will. Let's see what we got in here. Excited. That's kind of cute. Nah, it doesn't show up enough. Dance. We'll use that. Oh, green one. A green one. Oh, this is cool. I'm like taking requests. That one doesn't say anything. Now I'll just do a plain green one. Why not? Thank you, Lila. Great input. All right. So we'll pop that in there. Ping. Open it up. Did it go through? There we go. And whoops. That didn't work. Let's try that again. Take 2. Oh, we gotta finish this card in 3 minutes, or my camera's gonna stop working. The 20-minute time crunch. And you can shift it around a little bit if you just have one layer there. Yeah, I think that's all I need to do. We're gonna add a little adhesive here. And that's how you make a card. Now, my friend Christine from StyleHarmony.com shared a really great tip on how to make a custom envelope for any card you have. So what you do, you measure your card from corner to corner. This happens to be 8 inches, take my word for it, from corner to corner. It's a 5.5 inch by 5.5 inch card. So then you add 1 inch to 8 inches, gives you 9 inches. So you've got the measurement from corner to corner plus 1 inch, 9 inches. You cut a 9-inch square of paper. Enter another sheet for my chevron stack that, I felt horrible about buying, 180 sheets of chevron paper. So then you take this, let me back it up here a little bit, and then you center your card on your paper. This kind of makes your eyeballs hurt, doesn't it? And then you fold in the sides. Just try to keep your card centered up. It's probably not going to be as perfect, but I didn't have a create-a-lope for this size, so I decided that I would try her tip, and lo and behold, it works fabulously. And you just fold your paper around it, and you have a custom card. And then what I like to do, before I glue it up, is I'll actually cut out these little corner pieces. And the reason I'm making my paper on the inside, the pattern on the inside, is because I could mail this now, and it would be like a lined envelope without having to do the work of making a liner. So most of my tips actually come because I'm very lazy. I'm going to go zip. I'm going to go zip. Fold it up. And there we have a card and an envelope in less than 20 minutes. Awesome! So, I want to thank you so very much for watching. I'll show you the crazy monsters again because they're fun and I love them. I want to thank Lila for her assistance, and until next time, happy crafting!